We'll go ahead and sit comfortably. We'll start by getting centered, sitting nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down your back and feel the crown of the head lift toward the ceiling. Hmm. And feel the connection your body makes to the floor here, all of those grounding points. Your spine growing up out of that like a flower or plant or a tree growing out of the earth, strong and stable. And your head balancing on the top of all of that support. And feeling that support, let's deepen the breath a little bit. Not a big full breath or anything, but just allow the inhale to be a bit fuller than it was before, and allowing your exhale to be just a little bit more complete than it was before. I like to think about this as enlivening the breath, taking it away from that whatever state it might have been in before that was more routine, and just bringing a bit more to it. A little bit bigger inhale, a little bit bigger exhale. Noticing your breath move with that bigger breath. Where do you feel that movement? Is it in the rib cage? Is it down in your belly? Maybe after a few rounds, you find that the breath wants to expand itself a little bit further. Just a few more of these bigger breaths. Good. Then take the biggest breath. Bring the palms together, lower the chin. Honor yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. It's from that place within you that we'll practice today. Go ahead and roll the palms together. Taking the heated palms over the eyes for a moment. And then brushing over the top of your head, down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space. Wonderful. Welcome. All right, we're going to start on our backs today. So move any props you have off to the side and please come to lay down. And take your time as you come down here. Feeling that support of the earth beneath you as you lie down. And keeping your left leg extended to the floor, go ahead and draw your right knee into your chest. And just hold it here for a moment. You can flex both feet. Getting that gentle stretch in the hip. And then please hold behind the right thigh with both hands. With your inhale, extend the right heel toward the ceiling. Feel the back of the leg stretch. Then exhale, bend the knee, bring it back in. Keep going. Inhale, extend the leg up. And exhale, knee to chest. A few more times. Reach and release. Reach and release. Good. Go ahead and extend the leg toward the ceiling. Pull the toes back. And then point the toes away from you. And then pull the toes back. And then point and flex. And point and flex. And point and flex. Good. Point the toes away from you and then start to circle the ankle in one direction, moving slowly so that you take the time to feel every edge of this joint. Try not to clench your teeth here. And then go ahead and circle in the other direction, going the other way. Again, moving slowly. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bend your knee into the chest. Good. Before we do the other side, we're gonna do a twist here. So hold on to the right knee with your left hand. Your right arm can just hang out to the side. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, take the right knee across the body toward the floor on your left side. Now we're gonna stay here for a few breaths, and as we do, try to anchor the right arm down, maybe even the right shoulder blade, and breathe. Good. Inhale, unwind, and extend the leg down to the floor. Notice the difference between the two sides after having done the hamstring stretch, the ankle roll, and the twist on that right side. It probably feels important to do that on the other side, so let's begin. Go ahead and bring your left knee into your chest, just holding it here for a breath or two, flexing both feet to start. Good. And then we'll loosen up those hamstrings. So holding onto the back of the left thigh with both hands. Inhale, extend the leg toward the ceiling, reaching through the heel. And exhale, bend the knee, bring it back into your chest. Inhale, extend. And exhale, bend. And just keep going. Reach and release. A few more times. Good. Extending the leg this time. Go ahead and leave it extended. And then point the toes away from you. And then pull the toes toward you. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Good. Point the toes away from you and start circling the ankle in one direction. Again, slow it down so that you take time to feel the full rotation of this ankle joint. Breathing, please, as we go along. I know this is not the most comfortable thing we've done. It's like medicine that's good for you that tastes bad. You just kind of have to endure it. It's for a good thing. Go ahead and circle in the other direction. So I guess nowadays a lot of the children's medicine have so many like flavor additives it doesn't taste bad anymore. I feel like we got robbed. Breathe. They all taste like cherry and bubble gum now, or it's just tasted like dirty dishwater or something worse, vinegar. Good. Go ahead and bend the knee back in. When I make jokes, it makes it not as bad. So extending the left arm out to the side, holding onto the left knee with the right hand, draw the knee across, come into the twist. Try to anchor that left arm behind you, maybe even the shoulder blade. And let's hang out here for just a few breaths. Good. Inhale, carefully unwind. And extend the left leg down to the floor. Good. We're gonna do an exercise now that's going to build toward tripping up your brain a bit. So if it starts to feel confusing, that's kind of the point. So just know that that's intentional here. You're not doing anything wrong or bad. Good. But take a moment to establish what side of your body is your right side and what side of your body is your left side. Arms are down by your sides to start. We'll start simply and we'll make it more complex as we go along. With your next inhale, please lift your right arm up toward the ceiling and then all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Then exhale, reach the arm toward the ceiling and back down to your side. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. And exhale, reaching up and back down again. Inhale, right arm lifts up and over. Exhale, release. Left arm, inhale. And exhale, release. We'll add the legs. We're doing opposite arms, opposite legs. Inhale, lift the right arm like before and lift the left leg into the air. Exhale, release the arm and leg back down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale, release. Right arm, left leg, inhale. Exhale, back down. Left arm, right leg, inhale. Exhale, back down. Again, right arm, left leg. Exhale, release. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Right arm, left leg. And release. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, release. Stay down for just a moment here. We're going to continue with this exercise, but we're going to make it a little bit more complicated. So just listen carefully and again, do your best, right? With your next inhale, lift your right arm, left leg. Leave the right arm overhead. Release the leg to the floor. Inhale, left arm, right leg lift. Leave both arms overhead. Release the right leg back down. Inhale, lift just the left leg up. And then exhale, release the left leg with the right arm coming back down to your side. Right leg lifts, inhale. And exhale, release the right leg and bring the left arm back down. So you should be back at the starting position now. And if not, just cheat. We're going to do it a few more times. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, just the leg. Left arm, right leg, inhale. Exhale, just the leg. Left leg lifts. Exhale, release the left leg with the right arm. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, release the right leg with the left arm. We're going to keep it going. Right arm, left leg, inhale. Exhale, just the leg. Left arm, right leg, inhale. Exhale, just the leg. Left leg lifts, inhale. Lower the left leg with the right arm. Right leg lifts. Exhale, lower the right leg with the left arm. One more time through this. Right arm, left leg, inhale. Exhale, just the leg. Left arm, right leg, inhale. Exhale, just the leg. Left leg lifts. Lower the left leg with the right arm. And the right leg lifts, inhale. And exhale, lowering the leg with the left arm, putting back to the starting position. Take a moment, just feel. In addition to working out the brain, there's definitely stuff happening in the body, maybe in the core, the hips, somewhere else. Great. And then from here, go ahead and roll to your right side and come on up to hands and knees, table pose. Take your time as you come on up. Good. Hands under the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, looking forward. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Now it's the first down dog of class, so go ahead and walk it out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor as you bend the opposite knee, and keep the hips lifting toward the ceiling. So as we're flattening out the back here. Good. Inhale, float back down onto hands and knees. Exhale, release the feet, child's pose. Inhale, back up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Now coming into your down dog, we're gonna stay here for a little bit. You can bend the knees a bit more, make sure you're flattening out the back, reaching the hips toward the ceiling behind you. And we're gonna keep the entire body except for the head in down dog. So with your inhale, you're gonna look forward at your thumbs. As you exhale, tuck the chin and look at your navel, release in the direction of the navel. Then inhale, look forward, and exhale, tuck the chin, looking at the navel. And do that a few more times, stretching and strengthening the neck here. Three, two, and one. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Good. Taking a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend your elbows in toward your waist. Do a chest press. Bring the chest down and release the hips back, coming onto your abdomen. Hands are under your shoulders, squeezing the elbows in, grounding the pelvis. Lift the head, chest, and the legs. Inhale, locust pose. Exhale, float back down. Locust pose, inhale, head, chest, and legs. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeezing up locust. Again, elbows are guiding inward. Exhale, release. Couple more times. Lift, inhale. And down. Last one for now. Inhale, lift. And exhale, releasing on down. From here, curl the toes under. Push up to hands and knees. And press back into downward facing dog. Good. So from down dog, walking your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. We'll hang out here for just a moment. Releasing the head, releasing the shoulders, the arms, the knees are just gently bent here, and leaning just a little bit forward into the balls of the feet so all the pressure is not just back in the heels. Good. All right. When you're ready, bend your knees a bit more and roll yourself all the way up to standing, single vertebrae at a time until the chin lifts at the end. Arriving and standing. All right, we're going to do our arm swings next. It's a three-part inhale through the nose, one powerful exhale out of the mouth with the movement. Today's movement will be jabbing the elbows back. So feet stacking underneath your hips. Finding your breath, and we'll get started when you're ready. Inhale, arms up. Inhale back. Inhale up. Exhale, jab. Inhale, 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 exhale. Going for about 2 minutes today. Find a rhythm or pace that works for you. Inhaling through the nose, powerful exhale out of the mouth, and try to feel the full movement of the shoulder joints, up, back, up, and jab. And as you know, this powerful exhale out of the mouth, you want to feel the navel pull in and up. It's a good thing to clear the respiratory system, get rid of that stale air that kind of builds up in the base portion of the lungs, makes it hard to take a deep breath. Clear it all out. Swing it out. We're gonna go for about 30 more seconds. Make them count. However you need to make them count. You can slow it down if you need to, but try to make it to the end if you can. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. Feel sensation, those heavy arms. Cooling in the nostrils. Tingling in the hands. And anything else that might be coming through for you in this awareness. Good. From here, I'd like you to interlace your fingers at your lower back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And we're just going to hold this here and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And then bring your head up to center and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Then back up again, right ear to right shoulder. And then left ear to left shoulder. We know this one. We do this one in chair yoga all the time. From side to start. Just feeling the stretch on the sides of the neck. Noticing if one side is tighter than the other. And keep the shoulder blades working toward one another. That'll help to anchor the arms down, enhancing the stretch. And then when you're ready, take an ear to a shoulder and then roll forward on your chin and roll the other ear to its shoulder. Then roll forward again, chin to chest, coming back to the first side. And just keep going from side to side, making these half circles. Feeling the stretch, not just on the sides of the neck now, but the back of the neck as well. Sometimes you get started with this and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much tension. That's okay, breathe with it. I'm projecting that onto you because that's my experience right now. Oh, we all need this. Side to side, rolling around. Good. Bring the chin down to the chest. Keep it here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together a bit more. Tuck the chin just a little bit more here so the back of the neck is elongating. Then relax the shoulders and hands. You can just release the hands and then lift the head up to neutral. It's like a whole new neck. Good. Taking your feet about shoulder width apart now, or a little bit wider. It's okay if it's a wider stance in this one. You're going to take your left arm into the air, reach up and grab the wrist and traction upwards, reach it up. Big length on the left side, and then tilt the chest to the right. Now, sometimes in this exercise, the left shoulder will drop down, roll it back, open the chest, open the heart. And then come on back up, release the arms. And we'll do the other side, lifting the right arm up first. Reach up and grab the wrist, traction it upwards. Big length on that right side. And after a breath or two, you can tilt the chest gently to the left. And breathe, of course, and roll the right shoulder back, all that good stuff. Good. Then come back up and release on down. Stepping the feet a bit closer together into our narrower stance, so about hip width apart. And we're going to practice some balancing right now. Now, sometimes when I say that, you can already feel the inner critics coming up inside of our system. It's like, you can't balance, you're a bad yogi, you can't do this. This is a practice, it's not that serious, all right? And if you do need support at any point during this practice, what you can do is you can just move to a wall and place a hand on the wall. And you'll see what I mean and how that will apply as we go along, okay? But if you can, practice in the middle of the room. But if you can't, it's okay too. Grounding the feet, sorry, grounding the feet. There's a slight inner lift of the pelvic floor at this point, the tailbone drawing down toward the feet. Relax the shoulders down. And then feel the weight of the body shift into your left foot. The pelvic floor is still lifting here. That helps to give you that elongation through the body. Now with the hands on the hips or palms to heart or wherever you want to keep the arms, draw the knee up as high as it'll go. If that's only a couple of inches off the floor, that's okay. That's where you're at today. And keep pulling up the pelvic floor, keep lifting the knee, keep lifting the chest here. And focus your eyes to a single non-moving point. If you're looking around, you will fall. And of course, we're breathing here too, because if you don't breathe, you'll pass out and fall. So we learn to do this breathing. I've been telling that joke for a really long time. Good. Placing the right foot back down, come back to center, re-engage that pelvic lift. The heart is lifting as well. Shift the weight into the right foot and see how well that left knee lifts up this time. Keep the heart lifting. Again, the pelvic floor is lifting up as well. That engagement of the low abdomen. Eyes are focused and we're breathing. And if you're just having a hard time here, you can just reach a hand out and hold onto a wall if there's one nearby. If not, you can scooch over. Using it more as a kind of a kickstand, not as the way to stay balanced. Then bring the left foot down. All right, we're gonna go a bit further this time. Starting in center again, pull up the pelvic floor, lift the chest. Shift the weight into your left leg. Lift the right knee up. Good. Once you have it lifted as high as it'll go, even if it's only a couple of inches, you're going to take the knee out to the side and you're going to place the foot either above or below the knee. All right, just don't throw it onto the knee joint itself. That can hurt. Good. You can hold on to the shin if you'd like to, if you have it higher up. Again, you can hold onto a wall, hands on hips or heart, tree pose. Feel the pelvic floor lift up. You might be able to reach your arms straight up. And if not, that's okay. And if you fall here, just take your time coming back in. Again, this is not us seeking perfection. We're just practicing. All right, when you're ready, release the arms and take the foot back to the floor. Sometimes it's good to shake off the standing leg. It kind of starts to cramp up a little bit. But we will do the other side. So starting from center, pull up the pelvic floor, lift the chest, shift the weight into the right leg, focus the eyes. I forgot to mention that on the first side. Lift the knee as high as it'll go. And once you feel stable here, take the knee out to the side and place it above or below that knee joint. You can hold on to the leg if you'd like to, hands to heart or arms down, hips. Lots of options here. Breathe. Being kind to yourself. Taking your time as you come back into the pose if you fall. Maybe the arms want to grow up. Maybe they don't. Good. Releasing the arms, releasing the foot. Shake off that standing leg. All right. After doing balancing, I always like to come into a symmetrical fold just to make sure that the body's back to where it wants to be. So feet about hip width apart, just come back into the standing forward fold here. Knees can bend slightly and just feel length in the back of the legs and at your lower back. Good. And then when you're ready, go ahead and roll yourself all the way back up. So while we were in the forward fold, I was inspired, which is always a fun thing for a yoga teacher to be. And I think we're going to do a little bit more with balancing. And I'm going to really emphasize that you can use support here if you need to. And so that could be a wall if you need to. For this one, I don't have a chair with me, but if you could put a chair in front of you and hold on to the back of the chair for support, like it was like kind of a railing, or you could practice in the middle of the room, whatever you need to do to feel supported here. Where you do two different exercises. The first one is a little bit more about stretching the quadricep, the top of the thigh. The second one's a bit more expressive. So I'm going to turn sideways. You can keep facing forward. And we're going to start at the beginning again. I'm going to have you lift the pelvic floor, lift the chest, shift the weight of the body into the left foot. Now focus your eyes here. Hands can be on hips, and you're going to lift the knee up, the right knee. And then keeping the knee bent, bring the knee to point toward the floor and reach back and grab the base of your toes. Now at this point, your left hand can be on a wall in front of you or next to you, or that chair rail or whatever piece of furniture you're working with today. Now, as you have this connection, you want to pull the right hip forward and then draw the heel in toward your seat. And you'll feel that stretch in the front of the leg. Again, it's okay to hold onto a wall here or a railing or something. And then you realize the top of your thigh is really tight. And so you breathe with that. Good. Now from here, don't slingshot the foot to the floor. You're going to release the hip, then bring the foot down, and then shake it out if you need to. Good. We're gonna do that on the other side. So if you know you need a wall or a piece of furniture, just have it nearby. Just have it nearby. But you're gonna shift the weight into your right leg after you pull up the pelvic floor and lift the chest. Good. Draw the left knee up. Then keeping the knee bent, point the knee toward the floor, reach back with the left hand and grab the base of the toes. Good. Once you have that connection, again, the right hand could be on the wall or chair or the hip, but draw the left hip bone forward and then draw the heel in toward the seat, feeling that stretch in the front of the leg. And breathe with whatever you find there. Good. And again, don't slingshot the foot to the floor, release the hip, and then the foot comes down, and just as you need to. All right. So the next pose is what people usually confuse this last pose we did with, which is dancer pose. So what we did just now is a quad stretch. So we just do this. The next pose is going to be to lift the foot and extend the arm. Now there are layers here. You don't have to do what I just did. You can do different stages of it, and I'll walk you through it. As always, the opposite hand can be holding onto a wall or a chair, something to stabilize you. Shift the weight into your left foot, lift the right knee, and then point the knee toward the floor. With your right hand, you're gonna reach back and grab your ankle, all right? Now, reestablish your center here. Again, the left hand can be wherever it needs to be. It could even be on the hip. And then you're going to lean the chest forward slightly, push the foot into the hand to pull the shoulder back and to deepen the back bend in your upper back. Focus the eyes. Maybe the left arm extends forward. Maybe it's on a wall or holding on to something. Do your best here. And then when you've had enough of that, you can stand back up and release the foot down. Now take a moment to adjust before we do the other side. Again, you can shake off the standing leg if you need to. You can sway in the hips if you need to. But we will be doing the other side. So take your time if you need to, but I'm going to walk us through it. You're going to be shifting into the right foot this time. Pull up the pelvic floor, lift the chest, lift the left knee up, then take the knee to point toward the floor, reach back with the left hand, grab the ankle. I like to flex the left foot for this one. Then lean the chest forward as you lift the heel behind you. Right hand can be on the wall or piece of furniture, your hip. You could even extend it straight forward. But feel the shoulder being pulled backwards, deepening the back bend in your upper back. And breathe. And when you feel like the side is over, carefully release and adjust. All right, good job. However much you were able to do, good job with that. We're gonna come back into our standing forward fold. So feet about hip width apart. Just go ahead and hinge at the hips and fold down, feeling that symmetrical stretch throughout the whole body. Good. And with your next inhale, roll yourself all the way back up. Okay. So we're not going to do a sun salutation today because we only have so much time, but we can do a bit more standing work. How about for the hips? The hips need some love today. I'm going to ask you to take a wide stance on your yoga mat, toes pointing forward for now. And then go ahead and sweep your arms out to the side and up. And then exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward and down. Good. Let's reverse that. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way back up. And then fold forward again, hinging at the hips. A couple more times, strengthening the back. Lift up, inhale. Folding forward, exhale. Inhale, rise. Good. This time we'll come forward to stay. Folding forward. Hands and fingertips toward the floor. Good. And then with your hands or fingertips on the floor, lift your chest up halfway, up parallel to the floor. If you have yoga blocks at home, you could also bring yoga blocks underneath your hands if you need to. It's always good to have a pair of those handy. And then take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your right knee. Keep the left foot flat on the floor and sink down into the hip on this side. Then inhale, straighten the leg. And then exhale, bend the left knee, sink down in. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, right knee. Inhale, left, and exhale, left knee. Inhale, left. And then come into the right knee, bend the right knee, sink down, ground the left foot. You can walk your hands to the right if you'd like to. Chest is parallel to the floor thereabouts. Feeling that stretch on the inner thigh here. A little bit of lower back and core work to keep the chest parallel to the floor. And try to keep a light connection with the hands so that you're not just pushing into the floor here. Good, then inhale, straighten the right leg. Don't think about it, just do it. Bend the left knee. You can walk your hands to the left if you'd like to. Keep the right foot flat on the floor. Chest parallel to the ground, light hands on the ground. Breathe. Almost there. Good, then inhale, straighten the leg and let's fold forward. All right, so from here, lift yourself up halfway. Designate whichever side of the mat is the front of your mat and turn your foot that way, whatever foot that is. Bring your hands to either side of the foot and step back to downward facing dog. So if none of those instructions made sense, just come into down dog. And then after a breath or two in down dog, float onto hands and knees, releasing the feet, exhale, child's pose. All right, from here, go ahead and sit up. Come up to a seat. Bring your feet out in front of you if they're not already. And I'm going to ask you to bring your feet flat to the floor and have them as wide apart as your yoga mat. And then walk them, they're about as far forward as they'll go before the balls of the feet have to pop up. Okay? Now, just to start here, have your hands behind you and lift the chest. Good. Trying to keep the spine nice and tall here. And whatever happens next, keep the feet mat width apart. Okay? Dropping the knees to the right. Rocking up onto the hip, sweep your left arm around somewhere to the right of you, maybe angling behind you slightly, coming into a twist. Good. Now both hands are on the floor here, no matter how far you go. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your elbows, bring the chest in the direction of the floor. And then inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest as much as you can, maybe even looking up slightly. And then exhale, bend your elbows again, bowing to the right. Inhale, straighten the arms, lifting the chest, maybe looking up a little bit. And exhale, bending the elbows. What you may notice is that you're starting to twist a bit deeper, which means your hands, inhale, lift up, your hands might be able to walk further to the right. And if that's not the case for you yet, that's okay. Exhale, bend the elbows. Then inhale, straighten the arms. Let's just do one more time. Bend the elbows and straighten the arms and stay. Maybe even turning your chin to the right if that feels okay. And then with a careful inhale, go ahead and walk the hands to the left, unwinding, and come back to center and just feel sensation for a moment from going to that one side. And then we'll do the same exercise on the other side. So feet are still mat width apart, lifting the spine. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, go ahead and knock the knees to the left, lift the right hip, and sweep the right arm around to the left, as far as you can to the left, to come into the twist. Good. Now take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, bend your elbows as much as you can, bring the chest in the direction of the floor. Then inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Keep going a couple more times. Again, the further you go, you might be able to walk the hands back further. Maybe, maybe not. Good. This time, straighten the arms and just stay. Turning the chin comfortably to the left. And breathe. All right. With a careful inhale, begin to unwind. Hmm, Good. So you're going to recline down onto your back next. Get a couple more exercises to do before we rest. And please bring your feet flat to the floor once you come down, heels underneath your knees. Arms can stay down by your sides for this. We're going to come into bridge pose. When you're ready, carefully lift the hips into the air and stay. Pressing the pelvis toward the ceiling. Feet are flat on the floor, and there's that slight curve to the upper back as the chin and chest come towards one another, the chest coming closer to the chin. Three, two, press up to your highest point. And one, carefully release on down. Knees to chest. And with your knees to your chest, take the knees a bit wider. And then reach up and grab the outside or pinky edge of your feet with your respective hands. The right hand grabs the outside of the right foot. Left hand grabs the outside of the left foot. And the knees are going wide of your arms here, so out towards your armpits. Now, once you have that connection, you're going to point the soles of the feet toward the ceiling and then gently pull down on the feet so the knees come closer to the floor directionally. And what you'll notice here as you do this, well, you might notice lots of things, but you may notice your lower back popping up off the floor a lot, and that's okay. What you'll want to do is try to ground the tailbone back down. You might not succeed at that, but you're just drawing it downward, tractioning the lower back while we're stretching the hips here. This is called happy baby pose. So be a happy baby in this pose. Relaxing and gripping in the hips. Relaxing and gripping at the pelvic floor, at the belly. Good. Then from here, bring the soles of the feet together in butterfly. And you might be able to hold on with the pinky edge of the feet. You might have to hold on to the ankles or shins. Just make a connection there. Let the knees go wide here. And again, think about rolling the tailbone, the lower back down to the ground. Good. All right. When you feel complete here, go ahead and extend your legs all the way down to the floor. Notice how that feels as you do that. And come into our resting posture. We are going to do one more exercise, but we can do it from our resting posture. So let the toes flop out to the sides, your arms resting by your sides, palms face up. Relax your jaw. Now, keeping the head, if you can, on the ground the entire time, go ahead and drop your chin to the right. And then bring the head back to center and drop your chin to the left. Back to center, to the right. Back to center, to the left. And just keep going. Gently moving from side to side. Again, the head stays on the floor the entire time. Let this be a loose movement. You can imagine that you're unwinding tension, the back of the neck. Let your jaw be loose here as well, not clenching. We're going to go for about another 30 seconds or so. So just get lost in it for a moment. Three, two, and one. Bring the head back to center. And what you may notice as you do that is a sense of stillness, maybe even a quiet to the mind. Just let yourself be with that as much as you can here as you invite yourself into a state of rest. peace, peace, peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, making those gentle movements in the hands and feet, arms and legs, bringing your body slowly back to the space around you, taking your time as you roll to your right side. And coming on up to a seat as you feel complete here. And once you've made it to a seat, go ahead and bring your palms together and lower the chin. And just honor yourself for the work you've done here tonight. And honor yourself for everything that you do for yourself, from the small things to the big ones. You deserve your own acknowledgement for your hard work and discernment. And may all of that work and tonight's practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.